As always, I'm really happy when I can bring you something different in the Wine of the Week spot. And this week it's a wine which I have to say I absolutely love. It's a terrific little wine from Romania and highly unusual. The wine is the Solo Quinta 2014 vintage white wine from Cramele Recas, a big modern winery in the northwest of Romania, run by an Englishman. The wine's made by an Australian. I visited there a few years ago and I tasted this wine in an earlier vintage and really enjoyed it. But I have to say this fresh 2014 is brilliant. It's very unusual because it's a blend of 5 grapes, 2 of them very familiar, Chardonnay and Sauvignon Blanc, the other 2 more local to Romania and less familiar, one called Fetiasca Regala and one called Muscat Autumnal, one of the highly fragranced muscat varieties. And the 5th grape is the very unusual one. It is Cabernet Franc, a grape that is normally grown and made into red wines, a famous grape from the right bank of Bordeaux and from the Loire Valley, and very unusual to see it vinified as a white wine. Aged in oak, the nose has an absolutely wonderful, explosive bouquet. I really love it. The oak is there, so there is a kind of toasty, nutty, almondy kind of creaminess to this that's very inviting. But those intense floral aromatics of the Fetiasca and the muscat come soaring through. A touch of the kind of green from the Sauvignon Blanc and the Cabernet Franc, and lots of ripe, luscious tropical fruit, probably from the Chardonnay, I guess. But the melange, the mix of all of those aromas is fantastic. It really is like fireworks in a glass. In the mouth, it does not let the promise of the nose down at all. There is such sweetness here, not sugar, but just the ripe, full, incredibly juicy fruit that runs through this wine. Again, those tropical flavors going into the lychee, the pineapple, the mango kind of spectrum, but with terrific acidity, a real mandarin orange brightness to the acidity, and the oak adding that little rounding, smoothing character into the end. It's a wonderful wine, so aromatic, so fresh in the palate, yet so interesting throughout. I think it would be fantastic. I drank a little glass of this with some gnocchi, which we cooked with some really fresh, aromatic pesto sauce, some cubes of butternut squash fried in butter and sprinkled through it, and a really delicious aromatic dish with the perfect wine to accompany it. So my wine of the week is the Cramele Recas Solo Quinta 2014 white wine. It's that unusual blend from Romania. It's for sale at £11.70 currently in Tanners and some other online retailers. A list of those coming up just at the end of the video. This is my wine of the week.